This is the Dan and Christie podcast. Dan and Christie.
Grab a quick lunch, but make it McSmart with the new McSmart meal. In-store at Macca's. 2 burgers, small fries and a small soft drink for just $6.95. Excludes McDelivery.
Brand new music is out. Have a listen to this. The Australian singer-songwriter and actress known for her pop and dance music is out with a new song. It's called Peachy. It's a feel-good track, and she joins us right now on Zoom. Samantha Jade, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good, lovely. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it feels really good. It feels really nice to have new music out because it's actually been a while since I've put something out. So artists, we have these songs for a while and then we get excited and it's nice to finally show everybody.
There's a flair of disco inspiration too, and the Grammy Award nominated Morgan Taylor Reid produced this too. What was it like working with him and the inspirato behind the song?
Do you know what? I've actually known him for years and we hadn't worked together yet. And then we finally got in the studio and he's just so talented. And I wrote it with my long time, my best friend Zach and my other very good friend Amira that I've known for years. So it was kind of nice to kind of get in the studio and feel like you're with family because you can just, nothing's wrong. It's just a beautiful, creative vibe. And so this song was just born out of so much love and fun.
And do you love writing? I'm assuming the answer is yes, but does it make it even more special when you can perform your own work that you've come up with all by yourself?
Totally.
And with your team?
I think so, yeah. I've definitely had songs in the past that I haven't written and I'm never going to say no to a great song. But, yeah, I do think there is a little bit of a difference when you write it because you've been there from, the skeleton part of the track. So, yeah, I think it's a nice thing. You can relate to a little bit deeper.
And it's kind of like being over the moon and a bit peachy when the universe aligns your soul with your match. It's a beautiful thing in life, isn't it, finding your soulmate? Because Christie has done it with her husband, and I have with her husband too. So the inspirator behind that, you're lucky to find someone and you're lucky to find love, aren't you?
Oh, totally. And it is that thing of we were writing the song and we got to that part that na 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 da, 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 and we're like, what is that word? What is that word? Life is feeling, and Morgan was like, peachy. I was like, that's such a true thing. You feel peachy keen, you feel happy, everything's got a shine on it. And yeah, it's a nice way to be in the world.
Do you even go extra country sometime down the line too? Because you know how everyone is doing country music? Is that something that you might look at doing as well, like Beyonce did?
I mean, you never say never, right? I mean, I think country songs are just so beautiful. I mean, my friend Zach, who I wrote this with, he's from Montana, so he grew up on country music, and he actually introduced me to country music when I first moved to LA years ago. And there's some of the best and the most well-written songs and always really good singers. So, yeah, absolutely. I think country has always been an inspiration.
We're inspired by your dancing too, your boot scooting on Dancing with the Stars floor.
So
because
good.
You brought the house down. You did a super hot samba with Gustavo. What's the experience like working with a guy like him?
Oh, Gustavo's been great. I mean, he's just a ball of energy and great energy. He's such a feel-good person. And when you're around him, it's infectious, and he's also was a samba champion. So I was like, oh, my God, a Latin champion. I'm like, oh, my God, he's a Latin champion and he's teaching me. Good luck to me. But he was so patient because sometimes I was like, I just can't get it. I can't get it. But he was really, really patient. And he's a really great teacher. He prepared me so well that by the time I got to the actual floor, I was like, okay, I feel good about this because we've rehearsed so much and gone through all the technique. And it's really hard. Ballroom and Latin dancing is tough.
Well, we're hoping you'll win the Mirror Ball, the trophy. And you kind of bring the house down to when it comes to, awards, nominations, arias. Is there one thing that stands out?
Oh, I think definitely. I mean, being able to win an aria, that was an amazing moment. And being nominated, it's the arias. You grow up, especially as an Australian artist, you just grow up going, I hope one day I can attend. So that was definitely something that I fondly remember and I'm so proud of. And I guess going on tours, I think those are the big moments that you're for me, I love performing live. It's my favorite part of my job. And I was lucky enough to go on tour with One Direction. That was their last tour as a group. And I've been on tour with Pentatonics and Backstreet Boys. And those moments are so cool because you're like, wow, I would have been going to this tour and now I'm part of it. So, yeah, it's never lost on me, those big moments. I'm always so grateful.
I still can't believe you went on tour with the Backstreet Boys, Sam. Was that, like, what was that like?
Just seeing them perform the songs live, and you're like, God, I know every video, I know every outfit, I know all the choreo. Like, it was really, really cool. I was like, this is so cool. It's something that my 12-year-old self would never have believed if I said one day you'll go on tour with them. So talented and just so the songs, like what great songs. It's the soundtrack to our lives, like those songs. So, yeah, it was very cool. Pinch yourself moment.
Oh, yeah. I was in the crowd, Samantha Jade, watched you live and then watched them come out. And it's the loudest sound I think I've ever been to a concert because I've been to AC/DC, Metallica, like some of the loudest bands in the world.
Yep.
But the Backstreet Boys was deafening when they came out.
And that was Dan screaming.
That was me squealing.
And that was you. Yeah, God,
like
wow.
a little schoolgirl.
Some pipes.
Well, we want to be front row centre for this. It's your new track. It's called Peachy. Have a listen. It's out right now, and it's awesome.
It's the
You
best.
are the best, Samantha Jade. Thank you so much for joining us on Dan and Christie, and really appreciate our time, and we love Peachy.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Thank you for having me.